these discussions that you're having with the people you bring on here, like you said, you're trying to shed your stupidity and move uphill, but at the same time you're doing that, you're engaged in a communal endeavor, right? Because you're helping other people do that too. And so then you've got this great alignment between what's good for you and what's also good for everyone else. That's a good deal. God comes to Abraham as the voice of adventure. So Abraham is rich, and he's 70 years old when the story starts. He spent his whole life in his father's tent, just living a hedonistic and secure life. And there's no reason for him to do anything else because his parents are rich. But God comes along and says, get the hell out of your zone of security. Leave your parents, leave your tent, leave your community, go out into the world. And Abraham agrees. He commits to it. And he makes the sacrifices along the way that are necessary in expanding. Each sacrifice that marks his pathway forward requires a greater giving up. It culminates in the offering of his son. God tells him to sacrifice his son to God. And so that's the culmination of the sacrificial process. But God makes Abraham a deal. It's such a cool deal. This is such a wonderful thing to understand. So imagine there's an instinct in your child that causes that child to push himself beyond his limits and to develop, to become mature, to become independent. Imagine that you foster that as a father, right? So you'll challenge your child because you want him to be able to bear the weight of existence by himself, but more than bear it, to bear it in an adventuresome manner. God comes to Abraham as the call of the spirit of adventure, and he makes Abraham a deal. He said, if you abide by the spirit of adventure wholeheartedly, and you make the sacrifices that are necessary, no matter what they are, you'll be a blessing to yourself. Your name will become renowned, so you'll have a reputation. You'll establish something permanent that's good, and you'll do it in a way that's good for everyone else. And that's all aligned with that spirit of adventure. Now, that's a good deal. I think it's true. Like, if it's not true, it would mean that what calls us to develop is not in alignment with communal life, society, or with what's good for other people. It could easily be the case that if you treated yourself properly, in the highest sense, that would align perfectly with the deepest needs of other people. That's that divine harmony that is on offer on the religious side of things. That's associated with what's good. And it seems to me, it seems to me true. You know, I would say for your friend who committed this terrible sin is that his pathway forward is to swear to do what's good. And I don't know how deeply he has to swear that. It would be commensurate with his error. You know, and that could be of great benefit to him to some degree, because it's a very rare person who becomes good without, running into Satan at the crossroads. Mm-hmm. You're not serious enough before then, right? You don't take yourself seriously enough. Think, well, what does it matter? What does it matter what I do? I'm just one dust speck among 8 billion. It's like, no, if you start to see yourself as, what would you say, the author of all evil, that's a good one. You might just start taking yourself with a certain degree of seriousness. And then you can do a lot of good.